Grace has become one of Roblox's most popular games over these past few weeks, averaging tens of thousands of players, which is just insane. Since my last speedrun guide did so well, I decided to come back with the latest and most useful tips you'll find out there. Anyways, let's get into the basics. To begin, setting mouse 1 to control is the best option as it makes slide jumping and other forms of movements way easier. I also recommend putting your FOVE to max and turning on toggle sprint. Movement animations, mainly the sliding animation, matter, as it will affect how much you see in front of you. The best one for view is the belly slide animation, which blocks up the least amount of your screen. Quality is important, and having it set to a lower level is useful as it can help you see a small amount further. The grey skybox is used by better players, which allows them to see upcoming rooms, allowing for sharper turns when necessary. I recently started using it, and I've definitely noticed improvements in my movement. I will leave a video link in the description which will teach you how to install the grey skybox, and yes, it is allowed and runs. That's all for the basics. Now let's get into the mechanics, the most important part. Starting off, we have slide jumping. Slide jumping is when the player rhythmically slides and jumps repeatedly, allowing them to move around at a fast pace. Jump sliding is done when you hold down jump after you pick up enough speed on stairs. This is way more effective compared to just slide jumping. Stairs will be your best friend while speedrunning, as they are the best and most efficient way to pick up momentum. Make sure not to accidentally jump over stairs, as it can easily kill your run, but it does happen every once in a while, so don't get too mad about it. Trimping is definitely one of the most known techs in the game, as it's shown as the best way to move around, but in reality it's better off you just don't use it while speedrunning, as you can't use it majority of the time due to the rules on speedrun.com. To do it, you must move in these 3 steps. Step 1. Slide towards an edge. Step 2. Stop sprinting by clicking shift. And step 3. Jump into the edge. If done correctly, you should go flying into the sky. Ping-ponging is when the player jumps into the doorframe after sliding downstairs to keep their momentum longer. This is done repeatedly over the course of a few rooms to maximize speed. By far, the craziest method is the lever room skip. It is done by sliding into a wall of this specific lever room while Carnation goes by, which allows you to survive and save time in the process. Now, there is a small chance you do die, and there's also a chance you won't make it due to bad room generation. One more thing is, if you have really good speed and the safe spot is in a small room, it can be faster to just hide, so do keep that in mind. The other room is less likely to work, but can, which is the room with the stairs. If you stand in the center, there's a chance you live, but it really depends on the room behind the door. Parrying should only be used as a last resort, and is completed by facing Carnation and quickly turning to the next room as Carnation goes by. It's very hard and inconsistent to pull off, but can save you many seconds if done correctly. That's it for tech, now onto the entities. Carnation is the biggest run ender, but can now easily be avoided every time if done correctly. The current ways to avoid Carnation is by hiding in a safe spot, parrying, trimping, which is not recommended because of the rules, and lever room skipping. You can also run straight to the safe room in the tutorial and the second time Carnation spawns when on your way to safe room 1. Slight is easy to deal with and doesn't have any special strategies. All you need to do is just avoid looking at them. Slugfish only really has one strategy, which is sliding under his body as he goes by. Make sure to play it risky so you can keep making progress and not get slowed down too much. Elkman is one of the easiest entities since you can walk by him if he spawns in a normal room, and if he's in an open lever room, just hide in the corner to get rid of him. Heat is also quite easy to deal with. If spawn near a wall, stare at him until you're halfway across the room, then look forward again, and he shouldn't be able to get you. Keep in mind, Heat is way more lenient compared to Slide. Dozer is pretty easy to deal with once you know what to do. I recommend trying to make it into the safe room before he opens up his eyes, but if you can't make it, just crouch right before he opens his eyes. If Sora spawns, make sure to play it risky as it can save you a lot of time. If you are in a lever room when they spawn and you're flicking up the levers, you can also hide under the shut door even if it's closed, which in some cases can save you time. With these tips, you should now be able to become a professional grey speedrunner. I really hope this video helped you in some way. Goodbye.